A bomb threat has forced a Jet Airways flight to make an emergency landing at the Muscat airport. The aircraft, which was flying from Mumbai to Dubai, was diverted to Muscat International Airport after the pilot reportedly warned the air traffic controllers about a bomb threat to the flight. The aircraft was then guided to Muscat International Airport's isolation bay, where all passengers were safely evacuated. The flight is right now grounded at the Muscat International Airport and waiting for clearances from authorities to fly again. The airport had to be closed for 5 to 10 minutes following the bomb scare. No explosives have been found on board the aircraft. The Jet Airways has issued a statement saying Jet Airways flight 9W536, which departed from Mumbai at 12:46 hours for Dubai, was diverted to Muscat because of a bomb threat. The aircraft with 52 guests and 7 crew on board landed safely at Muscat at 1:20 p.m. local time. All guests and crew disembarked without any incident. They were taken to the airport terminal. The Omani security agencies are carrying out a search of the aircraft, baggage and cargo at present. Guests are being looked after and they've been provided refreshments, unquote. Refreshments have been provided to guests. India Today's Anindo Banerjee joins me with the latest. Anindo, what more can you tell us about the threat to the aircraft?
Well, Gaurav, as you rightly said, that there has been a bomb threat, and we are yet to ascertain that what the nature and the kind of the threat it was. But definitely, it has been a threat, whether it was a hoax or whether anything has been scribbled in the way there has been scribbled a day earlier in a Turkish flight that was that made an emergency landing in Delhi. That is yet to be ascertained. But at this point of time, what we know is that there has been an emergency landing at Muscat Airport. The flight was 9W536. It was a Jet Airways flight. It was scheduled to fly from Mumbai to Dubai. The flight took off at 12:25 p.m. this morning, and I was about to reach Dubai at 1:55. But midway there has been a bomb scare. They contacted the local ATC. Muscat was the nearest airport. They landed. They made an emergency landing over there. Immediately following the standard operating procedure, it has been taken to the isolation bay, where it has been where the security agencies sprung into action. Fire tenders were there. All explosive device search mechanism was sprung in action, and as we know that all following the SOP, all the crew members and the passengers were taken separate on a separate area.
Do we have details of the nature of threat to the aircraft midway? How was the pilot told, or how did the pilot know that there was a bomb threat to the aircraft? Do we have those details just as yet?
Gaurav, as yet we don't have the nature of the hoax. Whether it was a hoax or whether anything was scribbled or whether a cheat has been found, we don't know, because we have been trying to speak to Jet Airways. Different people we have been trying to. They're completely they are maintaining a stony silence. They're not even replied to our text SMSs. All we know at this point of time that they have sent a preliminary press release, and we are expecting a detailed press release from Jet Airways in an hour or so.
Stay with me for a moment. I also want to bring in aviation expert Rajan Mehra for more on this. Mr. Mehra, what do you make of the threat to the jet flight? Also, the fact that it comes a couple of days after that threat to the Turkish Airlines flight, where somebody had written with a lip gloss about an explosive device on board that aircraft and nothing was found.
These threats that come, whether telephonically or otherwise, they are always a nuisance, because with the current situation as far as security is concerned, no airline is going to take chances. So one phone call is enough to set the ball rolling, and with severe repercussions on the passengers, on the customers, on the crew, on the plane, on everyone. Now this Jet Airways, on the basis of a telephonic threat, was diverted to Muscat. Extra fuel burnt up. Passengers going to a destination they were not going to. The entire timetable, goofed up. So
But are these hoax calls, or is there a more sinister design behind these calls that are made? Or in a case like this, what do investigations actually reveal? Because on one side of our screen, Mr. Mehra, we're showing the Tuesday's call where a passenger apparently had written about a bomb on the bathroom mirror.
There could be a design or a pattern to it. There may not be. So it's hard to say, because in both the cases there was no bomb found. So to jump to a conclusion that this is a pattern which would develop and maybe lead to something more sinister, I think it's premature. It could happen, which means that now the security authorities will have to be on their toes. Any other possible threat would have to be taken more seriously. So that's all the authorities can do. There's no way one can really gauge why these calls are being made. Sometimes, believe it or not, these hoax calls are made for personal reasons. There are crew members who want someone in the flight to not go or get delayed. For such silly reasons, also such a major issue can, result. So there could be various reasons. But having said that, there could be a design behind it.
Let me try and get India Today's Deputy Editor, National Security, Shiv Arur, for more on this. Shiv, you've been speaking to your sources constantly. Can there be a pattern to what happened on board that Turkish Airlines aircraft and the jet aircraft today?
No possibility can be ruled out at this point of time, Gaurav, because remember, this continues to be a live situation, and as we both know, investigations into what happened with the Turkish Airlines flight will continue at least for some days, if not weeks, to arrive at precisely what the chain of events were that actually led to what happened. Today, it's a live situation. Investigations are currently on. The aircraft is still on ground, which means that the threat is clear and present. The aircraft, we can confirm from our sources, has been sanitized. It's been given it's not yet been given the all clear, even though the preliminary testing has found that there are no bombs or explosives on board. But at this point of time, it would be virtually impossible for investigators, bomb squad officials and other agencies to actually rule this out as a hoax call or any kind of a nuisance, some kind of an act of a personal action by someone in the cabin crew or someone that the cabin crew knew, or a passenger just trying to create a nuisance. Because remember, the other possibility, as our expert just said, is a much more sinister one. The possibility that agencies are constantly testing and pinging preparedness on the ground, in the air, coordination between agencies, between Jet Airways and air traffic control, between two different nations when there is an international flight of this kind with an airport on the ground, how quickly they can sanitize an aircraft and evacuate the aircraft and make sure that people are actually safe. So the possibility of it being that reality means that every time a hoax call of this kind comes, the entire process needs to be gone through.
Okay. Now, there were 54 passengers on board, and in those 7 crew members, and Saeed Hamis, or the acting CEO of Oman Airport, told journalists that the airport had to be closed down for some time. A Code 5 was initiated by the airlines, and Code 5 is for a bomb threat. Has the airlines been able to tell us why a Code 5 was initiated? Intelligence agencies, we are told, are also on ground zero now?
Absolutely, intelligence agencies generally in such situations, they are on ground zero. They are, as Shiv rightly pointed out, all the baggage are being screened and almost the entire process has been over. But so far no explosives have been found. But whenever there's a bomb threat, these are terminologies that have been used to issue bomb threats. But one thing I want to point out, that there has been a pattern lately, particularly since the beginning of 2015. There have been multiple bomb scares in international flights. Not only this one, a day earlier there has been a TK-65. There, on the mirror it was written a bomb in cargo. 2 months prior to that, another international flight from Japan that made an emergency landing in Morocco. Just 2 days before that, there has been another flight where a code was written which refers to one explosive device. So there has been multiple instances of such bomb threats. And as she was rightly pointed pointing out probably, we hope not, but probably it's terrorist organizations testing the answer time
Okay.
of the airlines and the security agencies.
Could this well be the work of a terrorist group that's testing the response time of the airlines, the air crew, and the aircraft in terms of the airport the aircraft has landed at? We will continue to track this.